Hello, welcome to How to Write a Resume, Action Words, Part 1, presented by www.resumeforcomputerjob.com. In this particular video, I'm going to introduce to you the importance of action verbs, as well as go through a list of action verbs that should be your goal to implement as much as possible in your resume in order to create a much more effective yet efficient document that will sell you better and will also get you more interviews. Many IT professionals don't have perfect writing skills on the professional level. It's just fine if you don't. That doesn't mean you don't have. It doesn't mean you have to depend on a professional resume writers to craft a resume. No matter what level of writing skills you have, following these rules or following this technique, you can craft a high-impact resume that will make you much more marketable. One of the important rules is to use action words. Action words empower your resume by increasing your credibility. When you describe your skills and experience as a past action, it sounds more like a true story. That is, something really happened. Thus, your self-claimed experience gets transformed into proven experience. That makes your qualification much more credible and makes the resume much more trustable in general. Resumes packed with tons of action words always deliver high persuading power. To make your IT resume action-oriented, write to describe your knowledge, skills, and experience by starting with a strong action word. Especially when explaining your previous works and experience, you should make everything you did a past action, which tells everyone you did it. For example, instead of saying my responsibilities include database design and application development, you could try design logical and physical databases on IBM DB2 Universal Database Server for enterprise-wide data management. Or developed a web-based application for over 1,000 users to report contract funding status in 10 Western states. And here you can see the key to make your statement a high-impact statement is to use strong action words, design, develop, etc. 2. Make it specific, logical, physical, DB2, web-based, contract funding, etc. 3. Emphasize scope. Make it sound like an important task, enterprise-wide, over 1,000 users, 10 states. Also, always use a bullet for one sentence. The sentence should be short as possible and packed with information and be specific to the action. This gives you the best chance to draw the recruiter, or what I like to call the gatekeeper's, attention. Now let's look back at this a little bit. Using strong action words, design, develop. They lead off with these words, and notice they're in the same tense. Please do not commit the mistake many people do, which is they create a resume, but when they do so, they create a resume that does not have the same grammatical tense all the way through the document. That makes the gatekeeper assume, or allows them to assume, because they will assume anything you allow them to. Cover letter and a resume are more preventive maintenance than they are of actual applicability. They preventively maintain or prevent maintenance in the sense that they prevent them from the gatekeeper from saying that you are this quality or that quality, and that's basically winning the game there, just preventing them from having a reason to come up with a negative assumption about you. Grammatically correct resumes prevent the gatekeeper from saying this person is careless, he doesn't pay attention to detail, he isn't very comprehensive in his scope, she isn't, etc. So always make sure that you have the action word leading off all descriptions and you keep all of them in the same tense. Make it specific, logical, physical. Logical, keyword in the IT field. Physical, keyword in the IT field. These words here, specific words, should come right out of the ad posting. When you're generating a resume for someone to look at, you want to make sure that you are littering it with all the keywords in the ad advertisement. One of the tools that some companies use is an automated OCR, optical character recognition based interface, which allows them, the gatekeepers, to scan your resume in, convert it over to words for like a Word document in text format, and then they use a scanning tool to see, well, this person had 85% of the skills I want. This person had 75% skills based on keywords. So make sure you model your resume to have as many words possible while being grammatically correct from the actual advertisement in your document. IBM DB2, guarantee that was in that posting for this particular job. Web-based, guarantee that was in this document as well when they were advertising for this position. Contract funding, another one. I bet you that was in there at some point. Emphasize scope, make it sound like an important task. Was it a small job? Was it a big job? 1,000 users? 10 states? 1 state? How many were there? We have here enterprise-wide. I bet you that was in the advertisement. 10 states. I bet you multi-state or multiple states or across this many states was in that. I bet you states for sure was in that posting. So you see, when you're crafting a resume, you're using action words, but what you really want to do is make sure you use as many words in the posting as much as possible in the actual document while making it seem concise, or should I say, making it concise, emphasizing the skills that you have specifically noted in the actual advertisement, and using the words that were chosen in the advertisement as much as you can to describe those skill sets in your resume. Always use a bullet for one sentence. The sentence should start as short as possible and packed with all important information specific to action. This gives you the best chance to draw a recruiter's attention. Absolutely here. Keep it short and sweet, to the point. There's an old adage that says, keep it simple, stupid. Please do so in this instance. For more information on how you can craft your resume to be much more effective and your cover letter to be much more effective in your job search, please visit www.resumeforcomputerjob.com.